Hello, welcome again because now we have the module number 3 in second quarter, and we have also the same learning competency, making connections between text on particular social issues, concerns, or dispositions in real life. So we will start by page number 3. So what I need to know, this module will enable you to actively share your opinion or stand on current social issues, concerns, and how you positively respond to such situations. It will also encourage you to analyze given materials to determine causes and effects. In addition, it will provide you the opportunity to reflect and appreciate the positive side of every situation. At the end of this module, you are expected to take a stand on certain social issues brought up in the material presented, determine causes and effects of underlying social issues, and reflect to presently experienced and observed social issues. So what I know, same thing, you will write the letter of the correct answer in each number. So you will choose from letter A, B, C, or D. That's 1 to 5. Multiple choice. While in numbers 6 to 10, you will write or you will draw if it is showing kindness, write or draw smiling face, while a sad face if it is showing discrimination. So kindness, smiling face; discrimination, a sad one. And then number 3, we have true or false, or the part 3. Again, 1 to 5, A, B, C, D. 6 to 10, smiling or sad face. 11 to 15, true or false. True if it's correct, false if it's not. So you will read that, then answer based on the directions given. Then what's in is the review part. So compare and contrast, like what we have discussed in our previous module, which is all about compare and contrast. You will read A Raisin in the Sun by Lorraine Hansberry and The Death of a Salesman by Arthur Miller. So you will see how they are different and how they are the same. So in previous lesson, you have learned how to compare and contrast different texts. Now you may again try to apply your knowledge and skill through comparing and contrasting the text below in terms of themes and characters. So you will just focus on the themes and characters, how they are different with the character, how they are interact with one another, and what is the theme or what is the main topic, what is it all about. Then going to the next one, so you will answer the activity compare and contrast by a Venn diagram, like the activity we had in our previous module. So erasing the sun, the first circle, the second circle will be the death of a salesman. So in the middle, you will write their similarities, and then in the spaces here, what a raisin in the sun has, while a death of a salesman doesn't have. In the same way, what the death of a salesman has, while a raisin in the sun doesn't have. So differences, similarities. What's new? We have experienced so many things during this pandemic because of COVID-19. We no longer do things we used to do. Our government has been challenged so much to exhaust all possible ways to give support to all the needs of the Filipinos. Analyze the song on the next page. What underlying present social issues or situation we have faced due to COVID-19 does it show? Write your answer on a separate sheet of paper. So we have the song entitled We Are the Warriors by Avril Lavigne. So you will write You will answer the underlying present social issues or situation we have faced due to COVID-19 based on the lyrics. And now we will proceed to the discussion. What is it? You have analyzed the underlying social issues presented in the given song. This time, you will have some important guidelines on how you can express in writing your stand or opinion properly and in a good way. So you will, when you say stand, it is your own belief and how do you believe in something for your own perception. Opinion, that is all about your stand. So tips for writing an opinion essay. When we say opinion essay, somehow true, but it is not true for all. Maybe your opinion is true to some people, but it is not believable for others. So number one tip, state your opinion as for the topic discussed. State whether you are agree or disagree on a certain topic or issue. You may begin with the phrases, I am not or I am in favor of, in my own opinion, or simply I do not agree. I agree with. So for example, I am in favor of online studying because it will follow more the protocol, the safety protocols given by our government, and it is for the safety, blah blah blah. So when you say state your opinion, you will clearly state your stand if you are agree or not. The number 2, make a list of viewpoints and reasons supporting your point of view. Your point of view will be credible and convincing when it is supported by facts. Search about the topic and take note of the details that will support your opinion with regard to a particular issue. So, in order for you to prove your own stand, that it is believable, it is somehow true, it is worthy or deserving to believe. Therefore, you have to make or list some of the proofs for you to make your readers believe in what you are saying. So that is the viewpoints. You have to make yourself credible and convincing, because if you will have facts, there are more possible things or possibilities that your readers will really believe in what you are saying in your own opinion. That is your challenge. That is the challenge of making an opinion essay, to make your readers believe in what you are saying. Number 3, construct well-developed paragraphs. Your paragraph should be free from grammatical errors and should support your every point of view. You may proofread your work with a friend. Right after, you may read it aloud so you will hear your own work and determine possible errors. So when you say construct well-developed paragraphs, your paragraphs should be connected to one another. They should be supporting one another. And your sentences also in each paragraph should be related and connected. Because if they are not connected, your readers might be confused about your own opinion. They might think, what is the connection of these sentences? If he or she is saying like this, why this sentence is here like that? So you should be careful and mindful about your sentences and paragraphs. They should be connected. They should be supporting one another. 4. Use linking words and phrases to join the sentences and the paragraphs within the text. So these are the transitional devices we have discussed also in our previous module. Your paragraph should have coherence and cohesiveness, as you have just learned from the previous lessons. Each sentence should have appropriate cohesive devices that will make a smooth flow of thoughts. So what is the importance of linking words? They will link. Most obviously, because of the word link, they will connect and they will have smooth and effective transition of your ideas. Then number 5, start each paragraph with a topic sentence. Each of the paragraphs should present a topic sentence that will summarize your point of view supported by fact. And number 6, end your opinion essay with a conclusion. Probably you can also make this part to summarize your whole point. You should have strong one because most probably this part will be remembered by the readers, because what is stated last will be the most fresh part of your text, because it is the recent words being read by your readers. In giving your stand or opinions on particular social issues, you may agree or disagree on them. Here are some phrases by which you may begin your stand. In my opinion, the way I see it, if you want my honest opinion, as far as I am concerned, if you ask me. And in your conclusion, remember that there should be an action, because you will say or you can determine if your opinion essay, if it is effective or not, if there is an action being done by the readers. Some of the actions, if they believed in you, you are a successful opinion essay writer. If they do something because they are really hooked by your opinion essay, you are a successful writer also. Examples are, in my opinion, it would be better if the government would have just allotted fund for some more important matters rather than spending it for beautification of Manila Bay in the middle of the crisis due to COVID-19. The way I see it, people who have seemed discriminating frontliners are just taking care of themselves not to be infected by coronavirus. If you want my honest opinion, I'd be straightforward that I disagree with the government's decision of spending millions of funds for the Manila Bay, or what is now known as Dolomite Beach. As far as I am concerned, I'd rather be staying at home, bonding with my family and together doing things we missed, but I had no choice but to work as a frontliner. If you ask me, I am not in favor of civil union of same-sex because it deviates from the teaching of the Bible. So as you can see, it is own perception, it is own belief of the author or the writer. It might not be true to some other people because it's opinion. And it is the main difference of a fact to an opinion. When you say opinion, it might be true to you but not true to all. But when we say fact, it is true to everyone, to the entire universe. And proceeding to the next part of the module will be the independent activity 1. Let me think about it. So take a look at the picture below. What current social issue does it show? Write your response on a sheet of paper. Have you been affected by this? What is the best thing you could do about it? So you can see a man who is wearing a face mask. So you will know the current social issue, and it's very obvious. Then independent assessment 1. Here I stand. In 1 to 2 sentences, write your stand in the issue shown on the picture. So issue again. What do you think is the issue in the picture? Independent activity number 2, the cause and effect. Remember that the cause is the reason or factor why and how things happened. On the other hand, effect is the result or outcome of a cause or an action. Example, Anthony just stayed at home since he was a minor and not allowed to go out. He had to make his time valuable. He came up with the hobby of planting colorful and flowering plants. He regularly took good care of his plants. He really enjoyed staring at his thriving and beautiful plants. So we will identify from the text the cause and effect. So the cause, Anthony had to make his time valuable. So that is the reason why Anthony enjoyed looking at the beautiful plants. So without the cause, there will be no effect. Without planting the plants, there will be no enjoyment looking at the beautiful plants. So they are interconnected. If it is not happening, the effect will not happen also. So that is cause and effect. If there is effect, there is a cause. If there is a cause, there is effect. Read the following scenarios. Identify the cause and effect for each of them. Then copy and fill in the table below. So like what we have here in the example. So scenario number 1, scenario number 2. So same thing we have here. Then independent assessment number 2, agree or disagree. So your stand, you will write here, stand, if you are agree or disagree. Then support your response with the possible effects. So what do you think? I agree because the possible effects would be, I disagree because the possible effects might harm the people, like that. So it is depending in your own opinion, and you should use the transitional devices for this, to have the clear and smooth connection of your own ideas. Then independent activity number 3, speak up. For at least two short paragraphs, write your stand or opinion on the following social issues which have arisen due to the pandemic and caused by coronavirus. So 1, avoidance of large social gatherings. So what do you think is your stand? What is your opinion about social gatherings? Number 2, allowing businesses to operate despite the absence of vaccine against COVID-19. What do you think is your own stand? So you should also follow the tips we had a while ago. We had discussed. So you should have the viewpoints, conclusion, etc. You can go back to your module. So there are 3. Providing financial assistance, ayuda for poor household. Then independent assessment number 3, PM sent. SK chairman is planning to have a Mobile Legend tournament to help prevent the youth from playing basketball outside despite the prohibition to do so. You wish to express clear stand about this through personal message or PM. What will be the content of your message to him or to her? In accomplishing this task, see the given rubric for grading your output. So like you have here, what is your message for your SK chairman or your SK chairperson? Are you agree with the ML? Are you not in favor? It depends. And you will supply it with your own point of view. What are the reasons you are not agree? What are the reasons you are agree? And here is our rubric. And what I have learned that I have realized that I believe I can deepen my understanding through. So it can be your start. You will start your paragraph to state your learnings by these words. I have learned that. Number 2, I have realized that. Number 3, I believe I can deepen my understanding through. Blah, blah, blah. Then what I can do despite of crisis due to COVID-19, we have discovered new good things in life which we did not give importance before. When things go to normal, do you think you will have a better appreciation and give more importance to the following? For example, valuing family relationships. What do you think is your better appreciation of valuing family relationships? Taking care of the environment, attending face-to-face classes. So those things, you will identify the value. In your own perception, what do you think or what will you do if things will go to normal again? How will you value your own family relationship? How will you take care of the environment? How will you attend face-to-face classes? So it is like committing yourself for being a more responsible part of society, a family member, a student. So the last part will be the assessment. So same thing, you will, in numbers 1 to 10, you will write the correct letter being asked in each number. For example, if it's letter A, B, or C, or D, depending on what is asked in each statement. So it's 1 to 15, but 1 to 10, you will just write the correct letter. In 11 to 1 to 10. And then in 11 to 15, in 2 short paragraphs, write your stand or opinion for this given social issue. So the beautification of Manila Bay, or what is known as Dolomite Beach, which cost millions, has been a controversy, especially it seemed that the Dolomite sand used has been wiped away. Do you think it is reasonable that the government has spent much money on this project? So your own stand, you will use your own viewpoints, your own perception. It will be 5 points to complete the 15 points in post-test. So for your additional activities, if you were given the opportunity to write a letter to our president addressing social issues and your stand about this, how would you write it? Choose one topic of your interest. Number 1, salary increase of frontliners who have been sacrificing a lot since the COVID-19 outbreak. And then, it can be a civil union for same-sex. So you have your rubric here, your criteria. Do not forget to answer additional activities, because your additional activities will be a part of your performance task, which is a 60% of your grade. Remember, 40 for your written works, then additional activities, which is part of performance task, that is having 60% for your grade. So always do your additional activities, because it is your application on what you learned from the module. So goodbye and thank you. See you again for the next module. Stay safe and always follow the safety protocol.